Who is Billy Corgan? Why do I care? I don't care. But I was handed this sound by Mr. Matt Luck. He told me it was funny. He told me that a former relevant rocker from sometime in the Clinton era said something insane on Alex Jones. But he wasn't talking to Alex Jones. He was talking with one of Alex Jones's co-hosts or something. Anyways, he looks ridiculous, and the words that come out of his mouth sound even more ridiculous. Here is Billy Corgan.
We're truly living the Orwellian nightmare, and it's almost as if it's been
programmed
and preparing us for this, and the Matrix is here.
Yeah, it's really bizarre to me.
Orwell wrote The Matrix, right?
I was born in 1967, and in school, at a very young age, we read Animal Farm and we read 1984. And of course, what I took from that is, this is never going to happen in America. We had all take the Constitution test. So whether I was being propagandized in the positive, I was being informed that America is not like this. To actually see, in my lifetime, America go from the world that I believed in then to the world I see now is literally mind-blowing. And to be participating not only as at the citizen level, in the local community level, you know, I have a business where I live in outside of Chicago, and so I deal with the local government and that type of stuff. But then also be a public person and be part of the zeitgeist at different times, to be used and abused positively and negatively within the systems that exist today, and see how my participation is a constant decision making between either am I helping, am I hurting, am I informing, or am I actually enslaving. That's a difficult thing to take on. Yeah, so to learn that, you know, what the collectivist vision in Animal Farm in 1984 was actually our future and not this preventative thing kind of blows my mind. I can't believe we're even having this discussion, if you can understand why I say that to you humbly. To be talking in America in 2016, you know, about, you know, Mao's a good idea, and a socialist is running for president, and that's okay. And we're going to go back to these kind of crazy tax rates where we're going to completely disempower the innovators in our country. Because the new class, the new technocratic class, wants to keep their position, and they want to keep anybody else from coming in the game. I mean, that's just crazy to me. So.
Okay, so I just heard a whole bunch of incredible nonsense, and I got really bored, and I couldn't follow all of it. But all I heard was, you know how like boring, mean old guys like the Koch brothers, they talk a whole bunch of nonsense about liberty and markets and all of this nonsense. And finally, it just comes out. I don't want to pay my fucking taxes. I don't want my trust fund taxed. So Billy Corgan with the outfit and all, and apparently former stature as some rock guy, says all this nonsense. And what's the core takeaway? Conspiracy version theory? I don't want to pay my taxes. Wow. What a brilliant, refreshing insult. Comment. Could you just have stopped all of the fucking the George Orwell stuff and all the nonsense and just said, I don't want to pay my taxes because I'm a greedy former rock star who would like to put a second sauna in my third home.
Well, let's talk about the Orwell thing. So
let's not.
This is a 1946. George Orwell in Why I Write wrote, the Spanish War and other events of 1936-37 turned the scale, and thereafter I knew where I stood. Every line of serious work I have written since 1936 has been written directly or indirectly against totalitarianism and for democratic socialism, as I understand it. So I think we're in an Orwellian world, but maybe not the one Corgan thinks.
Wow, so it's almost as if Billy Corgan has no idea what he's talking about. It's almost as if Alex Jones's network brought on some total moron wearing an ironic scarf and a taxi cab driver hat or whatever he has on today.
Well, if we want to deconstruct it that much, it's because Alex was out. Let's get a big star and who has some time on his hands.
A big star, sure, right. To go on some weird, and with the customary Matrix reference and everything else, all to loop back to, I don't want to pay my taxes because innovation. That is the most boring, low-end Wall Street Journal editorial horseshit you could possibly hear. That's all he's saying.
Having watched the full interview, that is
Kelly,
maybe not
supporting Billy Corgan.
I am not supporting Billy Corgan.
A
He's
huge
lost
fan
his
of
mind.
whatever his music was.
He lost his mind. I didn't know about it, but I guess like
What did he
years
say?
ago,
In the full
he's been
interview,
doing this stuff.
He says, does he say, I would be fucking stupid to say? And we cut it out?
What?
I'm
No,
just kidding.
I'm just not.
Michael's not feeling the story.
We ended on the
yeah.
ended on the taxes thing.
Yeah.
They think this guy is, is a rock star
right.
for their cause. I mean, who goes on Infowars? I've never heard of a person going on Infowars.
I go on Infowars.
I go on Infowars
that
all the
I've
time.
ever heard of.
I have a much more respect for
And
Donald
he's-
Trump than Billy Corgan.
He's
Yeah.
far too articulate for Infowars to be on Infowars. I mean, it's like it's horrible. It's
Someone
very bad.
just cannot accept what Billy Corgan is in his life right now because he's not too articulate for Infowars. He sounds exactly like Infowars.
No, I think he sounds
Yeah.
to those type of people like he's smart. I mean, Alex Jones
Well,
sounds
sure,
like
Alex Jones
the
sounds like
dumbest, crazy. I mean,
Not to them.
no, but he's several reading levels below Billy Corgan.
I don't know. I have a lot more
Can I
respect
float
for Alex
a-
Jones.
Let me float an alternative theory. I
Yeah.
think this might be a media gambit by Billy Corgan because he was on a month ago and it was also really ridiculous. And on that appearance, he made the joke like that he was going to he took Alexis Jones' male, what is it called? The male
Vitality. He's
And-
trying to get relevant again.
Yeah, I think
Is
there
that
might be
what you
some
think's
sort of
going on?
like.
No, but he also has a website that is devoted to God and spirit.
Well, there's nothing wrong with
many.
spirituality.
No. It's
No, but
many.
I
This
get-
is
I
many
get-
years that he's
I
been.
get what you're saying.
conservative.